Alrighty, folks. This is for eBay Break American Heroes. There's 10 cards per pack, 18 packs per box, 180 cards. Hence the reason why I did $1 per shipping per letter. Let me throw a shout out to FLA Sports Cards. He kicked things off by bidding on almost every letter in the box, so I do appreciate that, my friend. Let's go ahead and get this going. Here we are. Alright, so bear with me because like I said, there's 18 packs, 10 cards per pack, so this is going to take a bit. So I'll try to get through this as fast as I can, so that way we can get through this considerably quick. Alright, as you can see, the box is empty. Nothing in the bottom of the box, nothing hidden. Nope, we're good. Alrighty, folks, so here we go. Let's get these all put back here. Alright, good luck, and as again, it's going to be based on the first letter of the last name. If it's hyphened, it's the first letter of the last name of the first. So if it's like Jones Smith, it would be J. You know, for J hyphen Smith. Alright, so here we go. So the first one up is Jonathan Taylor. That's going to T. Jonathan Taylor. We have Lauren Cheney. That's going to C. We have Theodore Roosevelt, President Roosevelt, going to R. We have Ed Gibson going to G. We have Hoot Gibson, and that's going to G. We have Barbara Bush. She's had a husband who's a president, a son who's a president, another son who's running for president. So that's going to B. Franklin Pierce, that's going to P. We have Lisa, and I believe it's Fernandez, and that's going to F. Lisa Fernandez. Vance Bernard going to B. And Scott Carpenter going to C. Now, I didn't see anything numbered on here. Let me double check. And no, nothing's numbered. So even though these are all considered base, I'm going to be mailing all these as well. Alright, going into pack number 2. Alright, so pack number 2, I apologize, the dogs were barking there. Alright, we have Dick Fosbury going to F. We have Gerald Ford, I don't know why I said General, Gerald Ford, President, going to F. We have Heather Mitts, Women's Soccer, going to M. We have Amy Rodriguez, going to R. Alright, and we have James Madison, going to M. We have Bob Beanham, going to B. We have James Garfield, going to G. Alright, and here's something kind of neat. From the summer 1988 Olympics, Greg Louganis going to L, Seoul, South Korea. And that is unnumbered, but it definitely stands out. It's probably like a parallel insert or something. But that's a pretty cool looking card. And of course, that's going to L. And next we have Tomi Kono going to K. And Sally Ride going to R. Alright, so I think the Greg Louganis was probably my personal favorite out of the first 2 packs. Now let's move right along. I don't know, this one feels thicker for some reason. It's got a spacer in it. I think we finally found our first hit. Alright, so we have Mildred Fillmore, that's going to F. Carly Patterson going to P. William Howard Tatt going to, now his last name is Taff, so it is going to T, because William Howard is his full name, and Taff is his last name, so that is going to T. We have James McDivitt, that's going to M. We have William Henry Harrison, that's going to H. Carrie Strong going to S. William McKinley going to M. Dick Gordon going to G. And our first hit. All right, this is an autographed jersey patch. Amy Rodriguez, women's soccer. Let's get that a little clearer for you. All right, and let's see if that is numbered. That is numbered 33 out of 59. All right, and that's going to Amy Rodriguez, going to R. So whoever got R, they're definitely in for a good hit there, let me tell you. All right, the next card is going to Tommy Smith, going to S, and Rowdy Gaines, going to G. So that's pretty cool. We got our first hit. It's a jersey patch, low numbered, so that's pretty nice. All right, let's move right along into the next pack. Kind of figured whoever had R would do well. Ronald Reagan, Robert Krypton. We have Kathy Thornton, Woodrow Wilson, Eileen Collins, and that's going to C, Collins. George W. Bush, going to B. George Washington, going to W. And another pretty neat card, Ernie Richardson, War Service, World War II, Military Elite, going to R, and that is unnumbered. Still kind of a cool looking card. You have Theodore Wilson, and we have Herbert Carter. Alright, so moving right along. Alright, next we have Zachary Taylor, Carol Lloyd. Sorry, they changed these. We have Gary Hall, excuse me. Peta Sudhedge. That's going to S. Rotating. Andrew Johnson going to J. Lori Lindsay going to L. Herbert Hoover going to H. And this is kind of cool. Rachel Buechler going to B, women's soccer. You have Sally Ryan going to R, and Tobin Hirth going to H. Alright, moving on to the next pack. Alright, so we're starting off. We have Van Buren, Martin Van Buren. He was a president of the United States, and I will check and see if Van Buren's his last name or Burns his last name, so I'll double check that and send it to the appropriate people. Bruce Jenner. Here we go. This is Bruce Jenner, or if you want to go by his female name, that's completely up to you, but this one's going as Bruce Jenner, American Heroes, track and field. Alright, Grover Cleveland going to C. Dick Fosbury going to F. We have Rachel Bluher going to B. Now here's a perfect example where I was talking about a hyphened name. Jackie Joyner Kersey. So this one's actually going to J because it's the first initial of the first name of the last name. So that is going to J. James Madison going to M. You have another Greg Louganis, and this one's actually a pretty cool card. It looks like a copper proof, numbered 99 out of 100. So that's pretty cool right there. Riscaro Draper and Sidney Lorex. Alright, moving right along. Alright, we have General Ford going to F. Heather Mitz going to M. Amy Rodriguez going to R. James Polk going to P. We have another Bob Beanham going to B. James Garfield going to G. Dan Gable going to G. Alright, we have another dual card here. It's women's soccer teammates. And that's they're both S, so that worked out. Pia Sudhedge and Becky Sawburn. So no randomizing on that one. That's just going to go to the letter S. Next we have Floyd Carter going to C, and Shannon Miller going to M. Boy, it's really nice when you get those multi-players on one card, and they're either from the same team or they have the same last name or letter in the last name. Makes it really easy. Not have to randomize. Alright, folks. Next we have James Polk going to P. We have Dwight Eisenhower, and that's going to E. We have Gary Hall going to H. Dan Gribble going to G. We have Jack Loomis going to L. Bart Connor going to C. Abraham Lincoln going to L. All right, and our next card is an astronauts card, and that's Walt Cunningham orbited the Earth 163 times. That's pretty neat, non-numbered, but still pretty cool looking card. And of course, that's going to C. All right, and last but not least, we have Tobin Heath and Roscaro Draper. All right, moving right along. We're almost halfway through, folks. I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit, just because, like I said, there's a lot of cards here. Alex Morgan going to M. Andrew Jackson going to J. Bruce, that's going to be a tough one. Baumgardner, B-A-U, so it's going to be. Benjamin Harrison going to H. We have William Duke going to D. Calvin Coolidge going to C. Nicole Barnhart going to B. Abby Wambich going to W. We have Sidney Ludrix going to L. And Floyd Carter going to C. And I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing some of these folks. I normally don't do this box. So I'm unfamiliar with majority of these names. So I apologize if I'm slandering them. All right, next up we have Megan Rapinoe, R-A-P. Richard Nixon going to N. Greg Louganis, the base one, going to L. Amy Lapoute, which is going to L. Thomas Jefferson going to Jeff. Billy Mills going to M. Rutherford Hayes going to H. All right, and this looks like our next card. Medal of Honor, Mike Thornton going to T. The Veteran War, October 15th, 1973, Petty Officer, United States Navy. Medal of Honor recipient, not numbered, but that's still a pretty cool card there. Shannon Miller and Charles McGahee. All right, so let's go ahead and go right on into the next pack. All right, this one seems a little thicker, so we might have something good in this one, I think. All right, we have Mel Whitefield going to W. Harry Truman going to T. Freddie George going to G. Bill Clinton going to C. Hope Solo. That's a kind of an interesting looking face she has in that photo. And that's obviously Hope Solo. I know her. It's going to S for Solo. Barbara Morgan going to M. James Buckingham going to B. And we have some weird spacer in there for some reason. Okay. We have Jill Loudon. This is women's soccer. It is non-numbered. Looks kind of interesting. Royce Brown and Stephanie Cox. Now, I don't know why that spacer was in there, unless it was to protect this, like it's some type of parallel. She's the backup goalie for the women's soccer team. Let me check these other ones real quick. I don't believe there's a serial number on any of these, and no, there's not. And I don't know. Maybe they just felt like putting a spacer pack in there for some reason. I guess it's a little odd to me. So we got a few more packs to go, folks. We're almost done. Excuse me. All right. Let's continue on. So we have Alan Bean going to B. John Quincy Adams going to A. Bonnie Blair going to B. Grover Cleveland going to C. We have, let's see, Kat Osterman. That's going to O. We have Warren Harding going to H. Eric Heeden going to H. Barack Obama going to O. And here's our next hit card here, folks. We have Eric Heeden going to H. Proof, and it looks like it's his jersey. Let's flip it over here. Yeah, he's from Speed Skating. It's numbered 69 out of 99. And it says here, ranked in the 50th games, a whole bunch of whatever on the backs. And it feels like it's a piece of his speed suit from Speed Skating. So that's pretty cool. There's our other hit card there. We have Mr. Richardson going to the R, and Shannon Brox going to the B. So that was kind of neat. A little different there. Haven't seen too many of those. All right, moving right along. So that might have been our hits for the box. I'm not sure, but Mark Spritz going to S. Landon Johnson going to J. Gene Kranix going to K. John Adams going to A. Bill Pooge going to P. We have Edgar Mitchell, excuse me, going to M. George W. Bush Sr. going to B. We have another hit card, well, not really a hit card, but kind of a different looking card. It says Winter Olympics, Eric Hayden. Oh, that's the same guy again, just that's his base one. So that's cool. You get the base one, the jersey patch one, and a couple others are in there. You have Bobby Joe Monroe, which is going to M, and Scott Hamilton going to H. All right, so moving right along. That's the downside with these packs, man. Is these packs are just, there's a lot of them, 180 cards, so it takes a minute. All right, Mildred Fillmore going to F. Carly Patterson going to P. William Howard Taft going to T. We have James McDivitt going to M. We have Christine Rampone going to R. Franklin Roosevelt going to R. Frank Shorter going to S. Alright, and see, here's another one of those weird spacing cards for some reason. It says Astronauts Dick Gordon, Command Module Pilot, so it's going to G, unnumbered, and yet we have another one of those fake cards again. Alright, moving right along, we have Lenny Kraviksberg going to K, and Jacqueline Kennedy Oz, whatever her name is, I don't know, but she's a Kennedy. She's going to K. That's the first initial of the last name. And Jacqueline, yeah, First Lady. That was John F. Kennedy's wife. All right, folks. So we're moving right along. We're almost through, and I'm going to check those, make sure none of those were numbered. And no, none of those were numbered. So I think these are just like fake people out or something if they're trying to guess the packs. That's the only thing I can think of. Alright, folks, we have William Henry Harrison, that's going to H. Kerry Strong going to S. William McKinley going to M. Al Warden going to W. James Monroe going to M. Kelly O'Hara going to H. Or excuse me, going to O. Christine Chester Arthur. Some of these are hard to read here, folks. Alright, looks like we have our first autograph by itself, and it's Jackie Joyner Kaiser. So again, that is going to J because that is the first letter of the first part of her last name. Pretty cool autograph. 355 out of 368. So yeah, they made a few of them, but pretty cool. Track and field. Alright, and our last two cards is Shade Lee going to L and Walt Cunningham going to C. Alright, we're moving right along, folks. I think we got 3 packs left. And again, like I said, folks, I'm going to get these all shipped out to you. Dick Gordon going to G, Jimmy Gardner going to C, Heather O'Reilly going to O, Jill Loudon going to L. We have Dan Jansen going to J, John F. Kennedy going to K, Becky Solburn going to S, Winter Olympics Bonnie Blair, 1988 Winter Olympics going to B, not numbered, Katie Hoff going to O, and Tommy Chrono going to K. Alright, let's keep this rolling here. Alright, we have Pia Sunhudge going to S. We have Martin Van Buren, and again on him I'm going to check. I'm not 100% sure if that's B or V. I will check and get back to you guys on that one. Bruce Jenner again going to J. Grover Cleveland going to C. Lori Lindsay going to L. Herbert Hoover going to H. Rachel Bueller going to B. Jackie Joyner K. Curse going to J. Walt Cunningham and Katie Hoff is going to H. Alright, folks, we're down to our last pack. And again, I appreciate you guys sticking in there. I know this is a long video. It's our last pack. Good luck to everybody. Alright, we have Jill Layden going to L. Zachary Taylor going to T. Carol Lloyd going to L. We have Gary Hall going to H. Dan Jansen going to J. John F. Kennedy going to K. We have Becky Sauburn going to S. Andrew Johnson going to J. Another spacer card with nothing on it. First Lady Mrs. Kennedy going to K, and Shade Lee going to L. All right, folks, I'll do a real quick recap of the actual hits that were in this box. Looks like there was 4 of them in here, unless I missed one from earlier. We have Jackie Joyner Curse, number 355 out of 368, autographed. So again, that's going to go to J. We have here Eric Hidden, and this is a jersey patch from his speed skating suit, 69 out of 99. And again, Hayden is going to H. Greg Louganis, number 99 out of 100, and that is looks like a copper proof, and that is going to L. And Amy Rodriguez, jersey auto, and I believe it's number 33 out of 59, and that's going to R. So again, I appreciate all those bids. If you guys like this, I'm thinking about getting in on a couple more cases of these, just to see what's out there. Let me know. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and get your products out, and I do appreciate the bids, and have a good night.